Welcome to Wichita Liberty TV with Bob Weeks.
Hello, I'm Bob Weeks for Wichita Liberty TV, your weekly source for news, analysis, and commentary about Wichita and Kansas government and public policy. We're broadcast on KGPT channel 26.1, also on the companion website kgpt26.com. Some of you may know me from my blog, The Voice for Liberty, at wichitaliberty.org. There, the motto is individual liberty, limited government, and free markets in Wichita and Kansas. I cover things that may not be covered by the Wichita Eagle or other TV stations or radio, or if we do cover the same news, I'll do it from the perspective of economic freedom, limited government, and individual liberty. Because these are the things that are important, and these are the things we find so often under attack by our governments, be it at the federal, state, or local level. So please visit wichitaliberty.org. You can subscribe to the email newsletter I send 2 or 3 times a week. And if you'd like to contact me, you can find my email address there, or just remember bob.weeks@gmail.com. Last week, we examined a progress report delivered to the City Council on the progress of the Community Investments Plan, and one of the important topics the city is grappling with is water. In the citizen survey process the City of Wichita has been conducting, water is at the very top of the list of important issues. In this word cloud that the city provided based upon citizen responses, you can see that better is the most prominent word. But the specific issue that is most prominent is water. It even ranks above jobs. So as Wichita struggles with water issues, it's important that we realize that abundance is better than austerity and punishment, like the large fines the city threatened last summer. Life in Wichita is so much nicer and so much more attractive to outsiders when we are able to use a lot of water at a reasonable price. Under an austerity program, for example, our $3.5 million investment in Waltzing Waters sat idle for a time. You know Waltzing Waters, the decorative animated fountains downtown in the Water Walk development. With abundance, we have what the city documents describe as liquid fireworks and a significant public improvement intended to encourage further Water Walk development and give people another reason to come downtown. Oh, by the way, did you know that the company that sold the fountains to Wichita has asked that the city no longer use the name Waltzing Waters? Now the fountains are known as the Fountains at Waterwalk. The strategy we need is to increase water supply rather than restrict usage. But when city officials asked for citizen input, according to city documents, we got this. The public strongly supported water restrictions. So city officials are likely to implement austerity programs that will be expensive and do little good compared to their costs. As an example, last year the council approved a rebate program for those who purchase and installed clothes washers, dishwashers, and toilets that use less water, and smart irrigation controls were included too. That rebate was $100, with a total of $1 million allocated to the rebate program. That meant up to 10,000 appliance purchases could receive the rebate. Well, so how much water would this save, and at what cost? Well, I did some calculations based on figures from the Environmental Protection Agency, and I found that the average family switching to a new low-waters clothes washer saves 2,400 gallons of water per year. Now, to place this number in context, 2,400 gallons of Wichita water costs about $4.25. With this in mind, the city is considering paying someone $100 to save a resource valued at less than $5 per year. Here's another context. If 10,000 of these water-saving washers were purchased, the savings would be about 24 million gallons of water per year. Now that's just about 1/2 of Wichita's average daily usage and less than 1/4 of the usage on a hot summer day. So this program would save an inconsequentially small amount of water and at a large cost of $1 million. A single extra hot day in the summer would cancel and wipe out this entire year's savings. And remember, too, that this cost will not be paid voluntarily. Who wants to pay taxes so that someone else can get a discount on a new washing machine or toilet? Those who want their money used for this purpose may do so through charity. A government program is not needed. But now that the rebate program is over, there's actually some good news to report. It appears that less than half of the rebate money was claimed. Now, the city told us that this rebate program would not cost taxpayers anything at all. They said that because the rebates would be paid by the water department through the revenue it receives in water bills. But that's a false argument. If the water department did not spend this money on rebates, it could reduce water rates for everyone, or it could pay off some of the large amount of debt that it owes. Well, last year, former Wichita Mayor Bob Knight told an audience that experts told him that the city had water for 50 years, and that was 10 years ago. And more recently, the city prepared a document last March titled Wichita Area Future Water Supply, a model program for other municipalities. It touts an expensive investment that is part of, it says, a plan to ensure that Wichita has the water it needs through the year 2050 and beyond. Well, the project boasted of is the City of Wichita Aquifer Storage and Recovery Program, or ASR. Its cost so far for phases 1 and 2 is $247 million, and 2 more phases are contemplated. In reading the document published just last spring, one might be led to believe that everything is fine water-wise in Wichita. It says, in 1993, the Wichita City Council adopted an integrated local water supply plan that identified cost-effective water resources that would be adequate to meet Wichita's water supply needs through the year 2050. But the Wichita Eagle reported just this month Wichita's $240 million Aquifer Storage and Recovery Program, promoted to the taxpayers in the early 1990s as a way to supply the city with water for 50 years, could soon be relegated to serving as a bit player in the city's long-term water future. And later on in the same article, the newspaper reported the ASR project had been plagued by problems, city officials said, including equipment failures and a significant drought that idled the project because of low water levels in the Little Arkansas River. So despite this investment of nearly $250 million, and despite the plan's boasts, Wichitans were still threatened with huge fines for excessive water usage, and we have to pay for other people to install low water usage appliances. So what went wrong? Where is Wichita's water? Well, last summer there was severe drought for a time, as we all know, and it was easy to attribute Wichita's water problems to that lack of rain. But that's not the message we're getting now. It appears that the plans the city made for a future water supply were not adequate, and the spending to implement this plan has been largely wasted.